Hey guys, going back to the Wolfman WR2 today. Easy to distinguish because it's got these little kind of bent down tabs here and the 4 tabs on the ends of the top cap that come down into the base plate. The WR1 has sharper safety bars. This one's a very low gap, 54 I think. And I'm going to put Personna Platinum Chrome in it. The blade itself, yeah, it says Platinum Chrome. The soap we're going to use is Wickham 1912 Ninfeo de Egeria. And I may be massacring that name. And the brush we're going to use is this little 1250 from Semogue. Inexpensive, very inexpensive Boar brush. And I find it very comfortable, and it's in my Boar cycle that I'm working through. So it's its turn today. I've been soaking it for maybe half an hour, 20 minutes. All right, so let's get that blade in the razor. Got those 4 posts that keep that blade centered perfectly all the time. All right, ready to go. I will take the soap, because this is in a sample container. It would be really frustrating to try to load this directly. So what I do, you can use a butter knife, the back of your thumbnail, to scrape out a certain amount, maybe about the size of an almond. Now with some soaps, you don't need barely, you really don't need a lot. Like half of this measure. There are some soaps that only need half of this. Now with this one, I got 5 passes of lather with less than a 1/4 teaspoon. That's what this measure is last time. And so I'm going to go for about that this time. How does this smell in the dry state? The description says it's got a citrus opening wrapped in a creamy fig. With a base of wood and amber. Maybe I can pick out the creamy fig, but I sure wouldn't have. My nose is definitely not educated enough to guess that. And the citrus is not immediately jumping out at me, but most importantly, it matters how it smells when it shaves. So I'm going to take my lather bowl here, hook this out, and just spread it into the bottom. Now this soap is of medium hardness, and so it actually can be spread very thinly and evenly. Pretty easy. It's not a cream, Creams you don't even really have to spread around. They're so soft that you just kind of can dollop them in the bowl. With ones this hard, you do want to lay down a really thin layer. If you get a thick area anywhere, it's best to remove that and reapply it somewhere else and spread it around more. That way all of the soap will get absorbed into the lather. Also, you don't want to have chunks that are just kind of sitting there unspread, because sometimes if they're big enough, they will just get pushed around the bowl instead of turned into lather. All right, there we go. Almost a 1/4 teaspoon, spread around in the bowl. Throw a little water on my own face. Soft water at this location, which is great for making lather. if you know very much about, now I'm shaking this brush to get most of the water out. If you know very much about my shaving style and channel, and you've watched me over the last month or so, you'll know I've been trying the Wickham 1912 samples and really enjoying a lot of them. But in the end, I haven't found one that jumped out at me as one to bring into my den on a permanent basis. And I believe I've tried almost all of them. Haven't tried the cola. Don't really plan on it. I tried the Scottish heather, the Irish fern, the Russian leather. All those, you know, at first read of the description seemed like they would be really good, you know, potential for me to really enjoy the scent. But in all cases, I just didn't really like them. Russian leather, it made it to the top, and I like this sample. But then when 2 teaspoons of water into the lather bowl here, but when I got a full tub of the Russian leather, it was too punchy, it was too pungent, too strong, which is rare for me, but it happens. Too strong of a scent to enjoy on a daily basis. I like the scent in general, you know. I guess I could maybe mix it with a mild soap and, you know, tame it down a little bit, but we've got just so many good soaps out there. Why do that? I do like the base a lot. I tried some samples of this and I like the base, and so that's what has led me to try so many of their samples. So I tried, what was my recent one? I'll try to think of it while I'm mixing here. 4 teaspoons of water is what I used to make the lather last time, and so we'll try to integrate this and then put another few teaspoons of water in it. Oh, the Parma Violet was one I was going to sample, and I like violet in a couple of different other soaps, and so I actually ordered the full tub of that one, partially knowing that I could sell it secondhand, you know, if I didn't like it. And it turns out it doesn't seem like too much violet is in it, but it's a nice sweet scent. It's got some you know, woody undertones as well. I may keep it around. I don't really know. Probably won't. But because they didn't have the sample of that particular one when I went to buy the soap. And so I ordered the full tub on a hunch, but hunch was wrong. Well, this one may be my last chance at at trying to bring a Wickham soap into my den. It's very light. It's supposed to be seductive. It's supposed to be green and fresh with warm sexiness. Yeah, I do smell kind of a greenness and a warmth to it at the same time, so that part of the description is pretty accurate. Now, my notes said 4 teaspoons of water, but this lather, kind of looking almost there. Look at that. Let's add just a little bit more. See what happens. So I looked it up, and Ninfeo, I believe, means nymph, as in the mythical woodland creatures. And Egeria, or Egeria, is a Roman mythological nymph, the name of a specific one. Now I assume that di means of, nymph of Egeria, the Roman nymph. So who knows what? Well, nymphs are kind of tied to sexiness in a way. So maybe they were going, oh yeah, okay, this is, yeah. I added a teaspoon, and so this is getting to be more and more lather. And so I think I need to add a little bit more. Alright, so I've got 4 teaspoons of water in the lather now, having just added that last teaspoon. So let's just give it a good mix and make it consistent. It's a vegetarian soap or vegan. Not sure if the difference is important to you. You should look it up, but it doesn't have animal products apparently. And I love tallow soaps a lot, but if a vegan soap does well, performs well, then I don't have a problem using it. Definitely some good vegan makers out there. Henri and Victoria have a vegan version, Soap Commander's Vegan. Dr. John's has a really good vegan base. Nice scents. I like a lot of his scents as well. Alright, take a look. Look at that. I think that's a good one to shave with. Alright, get my face wet. Nice soft brush. I think this is just the 19th use of it. It's going to get even, the tips are going to get even softer as time goes on. Very, it's not a big knot. It's kind of small. So you don't get a lot of face scrub with this one. It's just kind of a light touch on the face, but you do get a little bit of a massagey feel. So I definitely enjoy this one. Get some of that lather from around the sides. This lather can actually use a little bit more water. You see those troughs there, and the kind of the craters. That's a telltale sign. See if you can see them there. Telltale sign of a lather that, at least for my preferences, needs a little bit more water. So what I do, I'll open up the knot like that, put a little in, but I don't want it to drip out the base, and so I'll turn my face sideways and make sure the bristles are pointed down. And the lather will get creamier and creamier. That time a couple of those droplets shot out the side of the brush. In fact, to be a little bit less messy, you can take some of the lather that's on the side of the brush and put it back in your bowl, because as you can see, I have plenty on my face. And if I'm right, and I have kind of some concentrate on my face that needs a little more water, then this will easily generate more lather for me to make up for what I took away. Now look at my neck. That lumpiness is gone. It's just smooth. Now we can spread out a nice even layer. We've given the lather enough time on one's skin to kind of merge with your skin surface so that it can protect it best. Often I'll use the word bind. All right. Oh, that feels good. I do feel just a little bit of blade feel, but it's cutting really nicely. You can hear it a little bit, but nice controlled cutting feeling. And very good for the first pass. Guaranteed the second and third are going to be really smooth. So during the cutaway, I added another teaspoon of water to my lather. So far I've got 6 teaspoons of water involved in this shave and making the lather. And it is, you saw how elastic that first pass was. This one's even more so, collapsing in on itself like that. But that is just why this is such a great soap, because it does its job, stays creamy and takes a lot of water. Now quickly we can just switch to the painting motions, get that layer down that you want. Got so much lather left over today. Cross grain now. Well, this blade, in terms of comfort, really agrees with this razor. Very nice combination. And a very nice glide from the soap. Very nice. Slick and comfy. And rinse now. So the scent on this soap is kind of light. It's a well-blended mixture. An untrained nose is probably going to be hard-pressed to be able to pull many of these notes out and figure out what they are. And my nose is a little trained. I think I do smell the amber. It's kind of a distinctive smell that I'm often sensitive to, and so I can pull that out. And I know the woodiness is in there because I just kind of feel the effects of it, though I don't really smell and I smell the effects of it, but I don't really smell it itself. I smell what it's doing and how it's grounding the scent, and I always enjoy that. Tons of lather available here. Man, probably another 3 passes in there. Look at that. That's glorious, and that is perfect. It's wet, it's hydrated. As you can see, it looks nice on the skin, feels good, and it's very, very, very slick. Creamy feeling, nice rinses. And that's why this is such a soap base that I'm just trying so many samples of, because I really enjoy it. And you don't have to use very much product to get these results. Looks like I can use a lot less than I started out with. All right, let's shave. Third pass. This is lightly available during the shave. I am smelling the scent a little bit. All right, looks good. Let's check out the cut results. That looks pretty good. I think we'll go with that. All right, a little quick rinse. So unfortunately, I like this scent, but its strength is just not really there for me to enjoy it too much during the shave. But what it immediately makes me think of is, what if I combine this scent with one of the other 1912 scents that I have? Maybe the Russian leather, maybe the Scottish heather, probably not the Irish fern, but maybe, and see if the combination of the two, if this one balances out some of the punchiness and sharpness, poignancy of some of those others that I have kind of put on this in the second string list. Might be interested in trying that. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's a lot of effort just to bring a certain maker into my rotation, but we'll see. Might be fun to play around with if I get bored someday. Post shave today, Arkadia from Stirling Soaps. It's a nice type scent from them. I don't know if it is inspired by some other scent out there. Not very much stinging, so that means I had nice technique during today's shave, so that's good. Sometimes the Stirling, if I put it on right after I've shaved, I think my skin is at a susceptible state and I do get a little bit of redness, and so some of that has popped up. So why don't I slap on some of this Soap Commander Balm. It is unscented, and this is the menthol-free version. All right, there we go. Well, excellent combo of blade and razor today. That worked really well. I had to do a touch-up, but I just chose not to, and it looks decent anyway in my trouble spot here. It seems like the description on the soap with the citrus opening wrapped in a creamy fig was, probably appropriate. It was just a little muted, a little low in volume, with the wood and amber base acting in the same way, just a little bit muted. But it was green and fresh, and I would say warm sexiness to it. So if you like more mild scents, then this sounds like one to go for. But in my case with Russian leather, the sample I got was on the mild side, but the main tub I got was stronger. Matter of fact, too strong. So who knows? Maybe a big tub of this would be a little nicer. Might be at the strength that I want. All right. Well, we're going to clean up. Well, there we go. Nice shave. Thanks so much for watching. I enjoyed just about all aspects of this shave. The potency of the scent really was I would have rather had that been a little bit more, but it was detectable. It was light. It's a nice scent. Don't know if I want to bring it into the rotation quite yet. That's kind of undecided, but the razor, the blade, the brush is very nice. It's a light little guy. If you want something with kind of a light touch that still, as you could see, stirred up a great lather, inexpensive, then this is a good option for you. Excellent flow through. And as always with Boars, there's a break-in period. I soaked this guy for a couple hours before each shave, and probably in 3 or 4 shaves you'll be ready to go. Don't be surprised at the first couple of shaves if you have to go back to the soap puck before each pass, because the knot is not yet developed enough to hold enough soap to do the full shave. But there we go. All right. Terrific shave. Very nice one today. And you take care. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. Bye.